Let's embark on a journey of self-reflection, a journey where solitude isn't a curse but a blessing. The idea of living alone often carries a stigma, but I stand here to tell you it's one of the most powerful and transformative choices you can make. Living alone is not about shutting people out, it's about opening doors within yourself. It's an opportunity to embark on the ultimate adventure of self-discovery. When you live alone, you get to ask the most critical question of your life: who am I, really? Without the noise of others' expectations or judgments, you learn to hear your voice clearly. Independence is another gift that living alone offers. You learn the strength of standing on your own 2 feet. You discover that you are not just capable but unstoppable when you trust yourself. Think about it. When was the last time you felt completely in control of your life? Living alone puts you in the driver's seat. No backseat drivers allowed. And let's not forget the freedom. Freedom to eat what you want, to decorate how you like, to spend your evenings however you choose. There's no need to compromise. You become the author of every chapter of your day. That kind of freedom is priceless. But beyond freedom and independence, there's peace. Relationships can be beautiful, but they also come with complexities, misunderstandings, conflicts, and compromises. Living alone simplifies life. It's a sanctuary where you can recharge, reflect, and truly rest. Most importantly, living alone gives you time to work on your dreams, your passions, and your purpose. When you're not entangled in the emotional demands of a relationship, you have more energy to invest in what truly matters to you. So ladies and gentlemen, living alone isn't about being lonely, it's about being whole. It's a chapter where you write your story on your terms, embrace it, cherish it, and use it as a springboard to become the best version of yourself. Living alone fosters deep self-awareness and personal growth in ways that are both profound and transformative. It creates the perfect environment for you to explore who you truly are, beyond the expectations of society, friends, or even loved ones. When you're alone, there's no one around to influence your decisions, critique your actions, or shape your opinions. It's just you and your thoughts, a sacred space where self-discovery becomes not just possible, but inevitable. In relationships, even the healthiest ones, we often adapt parts of ourselves to fit into a shared dynamic. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, it's part of how we connect. However, it can blur the boundaries of where you end and others begin. Living alone eliminates this blur, giving you the clarity to see yourself fully without the need to conform to anyone else's ideas or desires. You learn to embrace your quirks, celebrate your strengths, and confront your weaknesses with honesty. One of the greatest gifts of solitude is the ability to hear your inner voice clearly. In a world filled with distractions, from social media to the constant demands of relationships, that voice often gets drowned out. But when you're alone, there's silence. And in that silence, you can ask yourself questions that go beyond the surface: what truly makes me happy? What are my values? What do I want to achieve in this life? Answering these questions is the foundation of self-awareness, and it's only possible when you give yourself the space and time to reflect deeply. Living alone also teaches you to take full responsibility for your life. When you're on your own, every decision you make is yours and yours alone. You become the sole architect of your daily routine, your surroundings, and your experiences. This responsibility is empowering because it forces you to confront the consequences of your choices, good or bad, and learn from them. Over time, this process builds a stronger, more confident sense of self. You start to trust your instincts and believe in your ability to navigate life's challenges. Being alone encourages you to dive into your passions and interests without compromise. You can explore hobbies, read books, or even start a new career path, all based solely on what excites you. There's no one to tell you your dreams are too ambitious or your interests are too niche. This freedom to pursue what you love is a cornerstone of personal growth. It allows you to discover talents and strengths you might never have known existed within you. Another significant aspect of living alone is learning to embrace solitude itself. For many, being alone can initially feel uncomfortable. It might bring up feelings of loneliness or fear of missing out. But over time, as you become accustomed to your own company, you realize that solitude is not loneliness. It's a state of being that allows you to recharge and reconnect with your inner self. This realization can be incredibly liberating as it shifts your mindset from seeing aloneness as a negative state to understanding it as a necessary and even joyful part of life. Living alone also creates a safe space for emotional healing. Relationships, while often fulfilling, can bring their share of pain, arguments, misunderstandings, and emotional baggage. When you're alone, you have the time and space to process these emotions at your own pace. You can reflect on past experiences, learn from them, and begin to heal without external pressures. This kind of introspection is vital for emotional growth and resilience. Self-discovery through living alone is not a destination, but an ongoing journey. As you spend more time with yourself, you'll notice how your desires, values, and goals evolve. This constant evolution keeps life exciting and ensures that you're always growing, always becoming a better version of yourself. In a world that often celebrates togetherness, living alone offers a rare opportunity to celebrate yourself. It's a time to honor your individuality, to embrace your unique journey, and to cultivate a deep and lasting relationship with the one person who will always be there for you yourself. Living alone is not an escape, it's an exploration, a deep dive into the vast and intricate landscape of who you are, and that, more than anything, is the greatest adventure you'll ever undertake. Independence is one of the most empowering outcomes of living alone. It provides an environment where self-reliance is not just encouraged but becomes essential. When you live by yourself, you are in charge of every aspect of your life, from the smallest decisions to the most significant challenges. This responsibility may seem daunting at first, but it is precisely this dynamic that cultivates resilience and strength. Over time, you begin to realize that you are far more capable than you ever imagined, and this realization becomes the foundation for an unshakable sense of independence. Living alone means there is no one else to lean on for the day-to-day necessities of life. If the dishes pile up, you are the one who must tackle them. If a light bulb goes out, you are the one replacing it. From managing your finances to handling unexpected problems like a leaky faucet, you are responsible for finding solutions. This constant engagement with problem-solving strengthens your ability to adapt, prioritize, and persevere. The more you face these challenges alone, the more confident you become in your ability to handle whatever life throws at you. Another profound aspect of independence is the freedom to make decisions without compromise. In relationships, decisions often require negotiation balancing two different perspectives, desires, or schedules. Living alone eliminates this negotiation. You decide what to eat, when to sleep, how to decorate your space, and what goals to prioritize. Every choice you make is rooted in your preferences, values, and needs. This autonomy fosters a deep sense of ownership over your life, allowing you to shape it in a way that reflects your true self. Independence also means learning to rely on yourself emotionally. When you live alone, you don't have the immediate comfort of another person to share your highs and lows with. This can feel challenging, but it teaches you how to process your emotions independently. You learn to sit with your feelings, understand them, and find healthy ways to cope. Whether it's journaling, meditating, or simply taking a walk to clear your mind, you develop strategies to handle emotional ups and downs on your own. Over time, this emotional self-sufficiency becomes a cornerstone of your strength. Living alone also nurtures a sense of discipline and accountability. There's no one to remind you to get out of bed, stick to your budget, or pursue your goals. These responsibilities fall squarely on your shoulders, requiring you to develop habits that keep you on track. As you navigate these responsibilities, you become more disciplined and proactive. This discipline spills over into other areas of your life, enhancing your productivity and sense of achievement. Independence gained through living alone also fosters a deeper understanding of your boundaries. In relationships, boundaries can sometimes become blurred as you accommodate others' needs and expectations. But when you live alone, you have the freedom to set clear boundaries around your time, energy, and priorities. You become more attuned to what you are willing to accept and what you are not. This clarity helps you build healthier relationships in the future as you are more confident in expressing your needs and standing firm in your values. Another benefit of living alone is the opportunity to explore your identity outside the influence of others. When you're not surrounded by the opinions or judgments of others, you have the space to ask yourself what truly matters to you. This process of self-exploration allows you to discover your passions, values, and dreams without external interference. You may find that the independence of living alone gives you the courage to pursue interests or make choices that you might not have considered otherwise. Independence doesn't mean isolation. Living alone doesn't stop you from building meaningful connections with others. Instead, it helps you approach relationships from a place of strength and self-awareness. When you are confident in your independence, you enter relationships not out of need, but out of genuine desire to connect. This shift creates healthier, more balanced dynamics with others. The independence gained through living alone is not just about managing life on your own. It's about realizing your potential. It's about understanding that you have the power to create the life you want, to stand firm in your values, and to navigate challenges with grace and determination. Independence is not a destination, but a journey, one that enriches your life in ways that ripple far beyond the walls of your home. It's a transformative experience that empowers you to be your strongest, most authentic self. Living alone offers an unparalleled sense of freedom, allowing you to make choices without compromise or external influence. This autonomy can be deeply empowering because it lets you design a life that aligns entirely with your preferences, values, and desires. When you live alone, every decision is yours to make, and this creates a level of personal agency that is both liberating and transformative. Freedom starts with the small, everyday choices that shape your routine. You decide when to wake up, what to eat, how to spend your day, and how to organize your living space. These may seem like minor details, but collectively they form the foundation of your lifestyle. Living alone means that you don't have to consider anyone else's schedule, preferences, or habits when making these decisions. This level of control allows you to create an environment and routine that brings you joy and supports your well-being. Your living space becomes a true reflection of who you are. Whether it's minimalist, cozy, artistic, or eclectic, your home is entirely your canvas. You can decorate without considering another person's tastes, arrange your furniture however you like, and keep things as tidy or as relaxed as you prefer. This freedom to shape your environment to suit your personality creates a sense of comfort and ownership that is hard to replicate in shared spaces. Living alone also allows you to explore your interests and passions without compromise. If you love music, you can play your favorite songs at any time without worrying about disturbing someone else. If you enjoy cooking, you can experiment with recipes or ingredients without catering to someone else's preferences. If you're passionate about art, fitness, or any other hobby, you have the freedom to dedicate as much time and space to it as you want. This ability to prioritize your interests helps you grow as an individual and fosters a deeper sense of fulfillment. The freedom to make choices extends beyond your home and routine to your social life. When you live alone, you get to decide how, when, and with whom you interact. You're not obligated to attend social events or host gatherings unless you genuinely want to. This autonomy allows you to build relationships on your terms, focusing on meaningful connections rather than feeling pressured to maintain relationships out of convenience or obligation. Living alone also gives you the freedom to manage your time as you see fit. You can spend a quiet evening reading a book, binge watch your favorite shows, or wake up early to catch the sunrise. There's no need to negotiate or accommodate someone else's plans. This freedom allows you to focus on what truly matters to you, whether it's personal growth, relaxation, or pursuing your dreams. Additionally, this sense of freedom encourages you to take risks and step outside your comfort zone. When you're solely responsible for your decisions, you learn to trust your instincts and embrace new opportunities. Whether it's trying a new career path, taking a solo trip, or pursuing a long-held dream, living alone gives you the confidence and space to explore these possibilities without hesitation. One of the most profound aspects of this freedom is the absence of judgment. In shared living situations or relationships, even the most supportive people can unintentionally influence your choices. Living alone removes this layer of external judgment, allowing you to be unapologetically yourself. You can try new things, make mistakes, and learn from them without fear of criticism. This freedom to experiment and grow is essential for self-discovery and personal development. Perhaps most importantly, living alone gives you the freedom to prioritize your mental and emotional well-being. You can create a sanctuary where you feel safe, peaceful, and in control. If you need time to decompress after a stressful day, you have the space to do so. If you're feeling inspired, you can channel that energy into something creative or productive. This ability to focus on your needs without interruption or compromise is a gift that living alone uniquely provides. In essence, living alone is about reclaiming control over your life. It's about having the freedom to make choices that reflect your values, prioritize your happiness, and support your growth. This autonomy isn't just about living without constraints, it's about living intentionally, creating a life that is authentically and unapologetically yours. Living alone creates an environment where you have the time and space to build emotional resilience and cultivate inner peace. Without the daily distractions and emotional demands of others, you have the opportunity to focus on your emotional well-being, process your feelings, and develop the tools necessary to navigate life's challenges. This solitude doesn't isolate you. Instead, it empowers you to strengthen your emotional foundation and gain clarity about your inner world. One of the most valuable aspects of living alone is the time it gives you to reflect on your emotions. In relationships or shared living situations, emotions often get entangled with those of others. Conflicts, misunderstandings, or even simple differences in energy levels can influence your emotional state. When you live alone, you're free from these external influences, allowing you to focus solely on what you're feeling and why. This uninterrupted time with yourself helps you develop a deeper understanding of your emotional triggers, needs, and responses. Processing emotions becomes a more intentional practice when you live alone. In the solitude of your own space, you have the freedom to feel without judgment or interruption. If you're upset, you can cry without worrying about explaining yourself. If you're happy, you can celebrate in your own way without external validation. This emotional autonomy allows you to experience your feelings fully, making it easier to understand and address them. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to manage emotions, even in challenging situations. Living alone also encourages you to find healthy coping mechanisms. Without the immediate comfort of a partner, roommate, or family member to lean on, you learn to self-soothe and navigate difficult emotions on your own. This might mean journaling to process your thoughts, meditating to find calm, or exercising to release stress. These practices not only help you in moments of difficulty, but also become lifelong tools for maintaining emotional balance. Another key aspect of emotional resilience is learning to enjoy your own company. For many people, the thought of being alone can initially feel daunting. It might bring up feelings of loneliness or discomfort. But as you spend more time with yourself, you begin to realize that solitude is not the same as loneliness. In fact, solitude offers a kind of companionship that is deeply nurturing. It allows you to connect with yourself on a meaningful level, fostering a sense of contentment that is independent of external relationships. This self-contentment is a powerful source of emotional resilience. When you're comfortable with yourself, you're less likely to seek validation or support from others in unhealthy ways. You become more confident in your ability to handle life's ups and downs on your own. This doesn't mean you stop valuing relationships. Instead, it means you approach them from a place of strength rather than need. Living alone also gives you the freedom to set boundaries that support your emotional well-being. In shared living situations, it can be difficult to carve out time and space for yourself, especially if others don't respect your needs. When you live alone, you are in full control of your environment. You can create routines, set limits on your interactions, and design a space that feels like a true sanctuary. This ability to prioritize your emotional health without compromise is one of the greatest benefits of living alone. Solitude helps you build a stronger sense of self-reliance. When you face challenges or setbacks, you learn to rely on your own strength and resourcefulness to overcome them. This doesn't mean you can't seek support from others when needed, but it does mean that you develop the confidence to handle most situations independently. This self-reliance becomes a cornerstone of your emotional resilience, giving you the courage to face life's uncertainties with grace and determination. Finally, living alone allows you to cultivate inner peace. In the quiet of your own space, free from distractions and external pressures, you can focus on what truly matters to you. Whether it's through meditation, creative pursuits, or simply enjoying the stillness, you learn to find peace within yourself. This inner peace is not just a momentary feeling, but a lasting state of being that sustains you through life's challenges. In a world that often feels chaotic, living alone offers a rare opportunity to find stability within. It's a chance to strengthen your emotional foundation, embrace your individuality, and develop the resilience to navigate life with confidence and calm. The emotional growth that comes from living alone is profound, shaping not just how you handle challenges, but also how you experience joy, connection, and fulfillment. It is a journey of self-discovery that enriches every aspect of your life.